down to the final 2 games of the eliminations of the volleyball tournament of season 74 of the UAAP, live from the arena in San Juan on Studio 23, brought to you by ABS-CBN Sports. In our first game today, the second-ranked team in the country at 10-2. Ateneo Lady Eagles take on the winless Lady Maroons of University of the Philippines, while in the main event today, the defending champions, undefeated at 12-0, will take on the struggling Lady Bulldogs of National University. It's less than a week before Valentine's Day. That's why we're in our red today. Eric Tipan alongside former Lady Maroon Noringo.
That's right. Good afternoon, volleyball fans. I'm glad to be here covering UAAP.
All right, let's take a look at the team standings to give you a better picture of how your favorite teams fare coming into the final 2 games, more or less, of the eliminations.
Okay, of course, Ateneo right up there with De La Salle with 10 wins and 2 losses, and UP Lady Maroons down there with 0 wins and 12 losses.
It's been a struggle for the Lady Maroons the entire season, while Ateneo only 2 losses, 1 against UST and 1 against De La Salle. So it's going to be a huge matchup for them, especially coming into this weekend. The main event this Sunday afternoon. It's Ateneo La Salle all over again, but obviously in the volleyball arena. Now let's take a look at the last meeting between these 2 teams. Ateneo, UP, by the way, last season, Ateneo sweeping UP in their 2 meetings. And in the first meeting, it went the same way as well in favor of the Lady Eagles.
You can see in the screens, Ateneo dominating UP in straight sets. And in terms of numbers, total domination. We have to say that in terms of numbers, you'll see 3 sets. The scores are not that close. And the numbers you'll see a bit later will show why, or will explain why. There you go. In terms of spikes, Ateneo overpowering UP 41-21. And look at the blocking category, 9 to love. So in those 2 categories alone, you could see the outcome already of the game.
And it's quite surprising to read, as we both observed prior to the game during the warm-up, that UP, quite a tall team, but yet they were dominated at the net by a smaller Lady Eagle squad.
Well, of course, you have to consider also that Ateneo has gone through a total revamp program. They go to Thailand for training. So in terms of experience and teamwork, they're already there. UP, they still have to rebuild. A lot of players have graduated, so it's a pretty young team here, right? They're tall, so they have to take advantage of that fact, because you can't teach height. Height is there, it's given. So just a little more training.
All right, let's talk about the final 4-bound Lady Eagles of Ateneo and their final game against the Lady Tamaraws of FEU last Sunday. They were on the way to sweeping the set when all hell broke loose in set number 3 and set number 4, where FEU able to come back, but Ateneo found composure in set number 5 to take the win.
Well, yeah, I actually watched that match, and after the first 2 sets, I was saying, okay, this looks like just a 3-set game, but FEU really wanted to be in that Final 4. They're 5th right now, and they're really going for that, so they gave it all they've got in the next 2 sets, winning that. And, well, at the end, they lost in the 5th set. A very sorry loss for them, but a deserving one for Ateneo.
Take a look at some of the numbers.
Yeah, that's right. In terms of spikes, Ateneo leading FEU 69-59. Blocks, FEU get 2 better than them, 9-7. Service, Ateneo actually serving pretty well in the past few games, 5-2. And look at the points off the opponent's errors. FEU scoring 34 points. So Ateneo really has to minimize their errors, especially towards the end of this elimination round.
All right, for those of you who didn't watch the game or were looking for Gretchen Ho during the game, she was injured in the game against FEU and she wasn't able to play, but stepping up big in her stead was Ella De Jesus, who really played an awesome game for Ateneo. One of 4 players who put out double digits in that game. And let's find out her thoughts from that game and coming into this game as we listen to this interview done by Erica Liboro.
I And I'm now here with Ella De Jesus of the Lady Eagles. Now, Ella, you really stepped up during the last game and filled in big shoes kay Gretchen Ho. Tell us about that.
Actually, wala talaga kami preparation para sa game na to. Parang nagulat kami bigla na wala pala si Gretchen sa game. So, malaking talaga sa akin na challenge na naging part ako ng first six. Pero at the same time, parang tinake ko siya as a challenge and an opportunity then to prove myself.
Alright, good luck, Ella. And that was Ella De Jesus of the Lady Eagles.
And that's the mindset of an athlete, is whenever you're given the opportunity to show your talent, show your skills, despite the limited amount of time, you come out 100%.
Well, you know, that's funny. When you talk to a second stringer, of course, the ideal answer would be, when called upon, of course, I will be there. But really, we became players once in our lives. You know that second stringers, they're just waiting for that opportunity. It's not really because they want one of the first stringers to get injured, but once that happens, they're really up and about, raring to go because that's their chance to play or to show what they've got.
And Ella De Jesus really showcasing that she is a talent that Ateneo will use in the years to come as a contender in the volleyball tournament of the UAAP. Now let's talk about a team that's been struggling all season long, the Lady Maroons of University of the Philippines, and check out their last game. And that was a tough one. That was against the defending champions. And it was another loss that was absorbed by the Lady Maroons, and as they still continue to seek their first win of season 74.
Oh yeah, LaSalle actually won in 3 straight sets, and although UP put up a good fight towards the end or the third set, it was pretty much all LaSalle in that match. LaSalle showing why they're number 1 right now in the UAAP, really dominating UP. You can see the scores, 25-10, 25-8, and 25-18. So it's pretty a dominating performance for LaSalle. In a while, you'll see also the numbers, how come it was total domination. There you go in terms of spikes. LaSalle, again, 36 compared to 13. Blocking, 5-3. Service, 10-4. And points off opponent's error, 24 as compared to 16 for UP. So, again, LaSalle just stamping their class that match against UP.
Well, this may be a loss against the Lady Maroons once again of UP, but at least you see that they made an effort in certain categories that we mentioned earlier, like blocking. At least they came up with 3 blocks as compared to none against Ateneo in their first meeting last year.
That's right. Actually, at UP, they have nothing to lose. We were talking earlier that they have the height. So they really have to go for the block. They try to stop the offense of LaSalle in that match, and today Ateneo.
Speaking of height, let's listen to the thoughts of one of the tallest players of the UP Lady Maroons, Pau Genido. Had a chat earlier with Bea Coronel.
Okay, so Pao, so knowing that you have 2 more opportunities to get on the win column, mabilis ba yung pressure sa inyo? Like, do you have a lot to handle?
Mas pinupush namin yung sarili namin na maglaro and wag na ma-pressure kasi na since 2 more games na lang naman yung natitira sa amin. Ang sinasabi sa amin na wag na namin dagdagan yung pressure sa sarili namin para makapaglaro kami ng ayos sa game namin.
Okay, so going up against naman the number 2 team in the league, ano yung game plan nyo coming into today's game?
Ngayon, mas more na nagfo-focus kami ngayon sa play sa gitna. Sa receive, ganyan, first ball. Tapos para mas makapag-create kami ng play sa gitna namin.
Okay, thank you so much. That was Pau Genido of the UP Lady Maroons.
Looking for more plays in the middle and also coming in with a lot less pressure than how it felt like for them in the middle of the season.
Well, in my opinion, there's nothing more dangerous than a team coming to a match with nothing to lose. I've watched a tournament wherein Japan played USA. USA was going for the gold. Japan beat USA, and Japan was non-bearing. So you'll never know. Once UP just puts their heart into it, you'll never know what happens.
They could be a dangerous team in today's game. Ateneo with nothing to lose, but will look to finish strong and seal the deal at the number 2 spot in the Final Four. As you look at Coach Roger Gorayev of the Lady Eagles, and he will match wits against Jarod Hubalde and the Lady Maroons, looking for respect as they close out season 74 of the UAAP. Come back with us. We've got exciting set number 1 action right here on Studio 23.